One really, really interesting thing about having a YouTube channel and being in social media, being involved in social media the way I am, is the incredible experience when something happens in mainstream media, like mainstream media discovers something that we've been talking about on the channel for, 14, 16 months, like forever, because all of a sudden, last week, mainstream media discovered there's a dog crate condo crisis in Toronto, Southern Ontario. Like, there's a whole construction debacle going on in Southern Ontario. Some of it going on in British Columbia too. Like, it's everywhere now. Like, it's all over the big newspapers in their business sections and in their front pages. It's all over mainstream media, like on the television. Like CTV's talking about it. CBC's talking about it. Global's talking about it. It's on all the shows. And everything in old media today, mainstream media, I never know what to call it, old media or mainstream, but anyway, we know what it is. It's like feature after feature, and all of a sudden, all of the institutional pundits are talking about this stuff. The people who are in companies that are in the business of observing how things are going in the construction space, in the housing space. All of a sudden, they're talking about it. So we had the Urban Nation is probably one of the biggest analytic companies in Canada about housing, construction, development. They're huge. Suddenly, we've got the boss of Urban Nation describing the fact that in Toronto and most of Southern Ontario, the condominium construction business has gone from bad to terrible, like just terrible. Like, it's terrible. It's getting worse daily. Okay, well, I told you it was collapsing 14 months ago. so this amazes me. Like, this just gets to me. Like, I mean, sorry, you're just discovering now that high-rise construction in the GTA is going to zero? Like, sure, there's going to be some few purpose-built rentals. We've talked about purpose-built rentals before. There's a great program through CMHC that's got people got really enthusiastic about. We're going to be up to our ass in purpose-built rentals soon. There are still a few starts of high-rise purpose-built rentals, but otherwise, for condominiums to buy, it's probably just a zero. It's been a zero for months and months, and in the future, it just looks like it's going to be a zero. Zero new construction. But Ron, the cranes, I see the cranes. Okay, you see the cranes finishing condos that were started years ago. That's what it's all about. There will come a moment in time, whether it's next year or the year after, where there's effectively, other than building a new government building, there's no cranes. There will be no cranes on the Toronto skyline. Unless the building went into receivership and they don't have any money to take the crane down. I mean, maybe that would happen, but otherwise, nothing. There's discussion in old media, mainstream media about, it's amazing, but some of these sales offices are opening to try to sell high-rise condos, and then they can't reach the numbers are so bad, they just have to close the sales office and forget about it. Yes, I know. I've been talking about that for a year too. Like, it's just incredible that this is a shock to everybody now. So it just goes on and on. Like, and why? What are the reasons for it? Oh, the reasons are, well, there's inflation bad. Okay. And there's, the trades became, and we maybe have a shortage of trades. Interest rates, yes. Mortgage rates, interest rates were a very, very important factor in how this has all come down to nothing now, how this new construction has come to zero. Well, yes, to a certain extent, some of those things are in play, but how about incredible pricing errors? How about thinking that in 2017, we're going to sell a dog crate condo for $500 a foot, but in 2021, we're going to sell it for $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a square foot. Yeah, how about that? Okay. Could that possibly affect what's going on now? An unbelievable, crazy, off the fucking wall pricing mistake that nobody can even figure out how it happened now. It was so bad. Or how about every city and municipality, particularly Toronto and the surrounding region, right through to Hamilton and all the other small cities in Ontario, that they want to take such a huge bite out of new construction builds in terms of development fees, levies, costs. They want to take this huge bite that makes these properties unaffordable. Like we're adding $100,000 to every tiny unit that's being sold going to the city. Okay, how about insane land use elements that say, oh, you know what, we're gonna make it so hard to build anywhere, and we're gonna restrict building so much that we're gonna see land prices go through the roof because it's so hard to find. It's impossible to go get fresh land. You can't do farmland. It's all surrounded. It's the green belt. You can't touch it. We're gonna do every possible stupid thing you could do to pump up prices or make it completely unmanageable for anybody to be able to buy these things because the prices don't make sense. Let's do that and see what happens. Well, this is the FAFO graph. I don't know, have you ever seen the FAFO graph? So on one side of the graph is find out. That's FAFO. That's the FO. Okay, find out. And the other side of the graph is, well, it's very bad. It's a very bad thing to say. It's like the one side of the graph is there's find out, and the other side is fuck around. And there's been some tremendous amount of fucking around going on, and now everybody is finding out. But look, these things can be resolved. You know, we will eventually need, the immigration will return to Canada someday. And there will be needs for growth in the big cities of Canada. And a high-rise is not a bad thing. If it's not a dog crate, if it's normal human size with normal human layouts, with adequate elevators and good building management and good floor plans, yeah, people will buy. But not at these insane prices, not at $1,400 a foot, not at $2,000. A building that was selling like stuff for $2,000 a foot just completely went into receivership in British Columbia. Just, oh yeah, we give up, we're done. 2,000 a foot's not working out at all. Okay, so if we return to sanity, if we cut development costs down to virtually zero, and by the way, don't go to the federal government asking for grants, you damn cities, don't do that, that's stupid. And if we cut the wait times, the permit red tape, the insane number of studies, if we start to try to make sense of all this stuff, if we release land that's going to be at a low cost, okay? If we let the business cycle play out, we will eventually have, and correct stupid government ideas, we can start to build good quality, good layout, good product for people to live in at affordable prices. It's not impossible. But if we don't do it, eventually it's going to get bad.